Introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather round. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on. I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Fauci is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Fauci.
Well, Dr. Fauci. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Fauci, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. Like I said, that it is. Everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Fauci, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Foch. And then, of course, Supermark, who's pretty freaking super, if you ask me. Just saying. Hammerlin Jameson's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large, he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, PP Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shick Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the Bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Vache Mulder. Sonny, you still got the cough? There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Vache. And then, of course, I saved the world. Saved all the animals and stuff, too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show. Make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those. Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping? Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Marxist, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leonardo da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. Like Mark and M's the man now, but what I paved the way is the Marktorious B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one. Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln. You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della. That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, don't, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. In there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it. And this is a little demo I made. Welcome to BeatSeat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you can play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
stars blow and I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Saturday Night Live. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking
And it's Renaissance Man.
another way.
I'm here
My mind
to
and
ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1132 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. Welcome on TikTok. Welcome on the YouTube fam. You should join us on YouTube, guys. That's where the green screen makes sense. You're like, he's got a real green screen? Yeah, I do. Come check it out. I'm in a freaking radio studio right now. What are we talking about? Guys, day 1132 in a row. It's Saturday Night Live. We're going to play some music. We're going to write some songs, get into some comedy. We have, I think, 6 or 7 news stories for you. So let's get into it. Was that Zabrosk? No, Zabrosk. I know you got your woohoo first. We're going to let you do your woohoo before I get into the news, okay? No, that's fine. You want to do you and you want to give me an attitude and say you got to get out of here? Stat. You know, Zabrosk has pointed to his watch a few times in the 1,131 days saying he's like got things to do. We're in day 1132 now, Zabrosk. Get with the program. You can't call it in, all right? You got to come show up and do your woohoo. And then we're feeling great, you know? So I just want to say hi to, let's see who's on. Steel City, how are you, my friends? So good to see you. Let's see who else is kicking with us over here. I'm grabbing in the real Neil. Guys, we got the real Neil. You know, there's an issue with the other Neil. The one that was, I got a feeling with a son of gold. You know what I'm talking about. He's doing it, not on Spotify anymore. We're going to get into that here, one of the news stories today. Guys, the topic of today here on YouTube, it's a little different on TikTok because you can only write like 6 letters. The over-the-top effort to censor anyone that questions this narrative. And what I mean by that is it's pretty clear to me that unless you agree with what's being said by the fake news National Enquirer media, you are going to be censored. You're going to be put down a hole and you're going to be called names. It's just the reality, 2022. You will be called something that I think is so offensive because it's not accurate at all, and it's now just a twisting of a word, another, word that seems to mean nothing anymore, saying that everything is misinformazione. I got a problem with that. From my perspective, the people that are being called a certain thing, misinformation, are the same ones who have not changed their perspective the entire time. They've said the same stuff the entire time. It's the people that are running the fake news National Enquirer media and Dr. Weasel Fauci weighs 7,467 masks. They keep changing the story. Oh, we're following the anti-science. I don't even know what's going on. Real science is when you look at everything, not just the one thing you want us to look at. That's my issue with 2022. Zabrowski, give me a woohoo so we can move on from this stupid subject, right? That's what I'm talking about, fam and friends. You get a woohoo like that? You're doing it. Anyway, guys, it's just a sad time when the reality is exactly that. You have one option in 2022. If you want to succeed, you need to follow, freaking cross the T, dot the I's, follow what they're saying, comply, or you're done. You're done. No way, Mark. No way. Oh, really? They tried to cancel Joe Rogan. Didn't work. So what do they do next? They create some sort of like 1 minute clip of every time he said the N-word. Now, I don't know in what manner he said it. I know that he's not a racist. I used to listen to his show. He actually had people of all colors and creeds on that show, and he's a comedian. Comedians know how to push the boundary, not a racist. What I'm sure happened is they took it all out of context and they made it look like he's a racist intentionally, because what's the joke here when I start my show every day? What does Dr. Evil say? Look, maybe we could pretend that he's racist. And then what does number 2 say? That's your best idea yet, Dr. Evil. And that's the reality of where we are right now. It's like, okay, that didn't work, so let's create another way to try to take him down. It's like, man, look, I heard his apology to this. And like I said, I'm someone who will look at all the information, not just listen to some freaking byline, which is what everybody seems to do these days. But I listened to his apology and it was sincere. And he said he doesn't have the right to say that word. He didn't say it in the manner that they made it look, but he said, even me looking at it, it makes me look bad. He's like, you effed up when you have to come out here and say, I'm not racist. And that was an interesting way of putting it. He said, when you have to go out and you have to tell people you're not racist, he goes, you effed up. Something you did wrong. And he's like, and looking at that video, he's like, it made me look bad. He's like, it looks bad. He's like, I just want to, speak to you guys about it. I thought it was a respectful way of doing this. He's a comedian. I think he did explain the way he had used these terms was to discuss how other people had used it, and people will use it in like a joking manner and in songs, and sometimes it's a manner of affection towards someone else. And so he was just saying apparently that it's a very difficult word, but it's the most interesting word in the language because it has such a hateful side, but also it's used in a different positive way. So I don't get it. I think it's ridiculous, but the idea is smear, smear, smear. And that's what I just want to point out here. It's about smearing, and they can't do it one way. So they try another way. If this doesn't work, they're going to try another way until they get rid of him. You guys realize this. It's not 3 strikes you're out. These people have unlimited funds, and they will drive on this freaking issue that Joe Rogan is a bad guy. He's a racist. He could be dropping misinfo everywhere he goes. Like, guys, I've listened to his show. It's a talk show. He chats with people. He's not there trying to bring down the narrative. The idea that they're giving so much attention to him tells me that my 1,132 days in a row of us scratching our heads saying, where the frig is the world? It all makes sense. When they have control of a message and they won't let it out, it's already in a freaking hole. They just put dirt over it. They need to get that to happen with Joe Rogan. What do? They're going to smear. They're going to pull him down. Once they get him underground, they throw dirt over him, just like they did to me 3 years ago, and I've been here every day since. They keep thinking I'll quit. I just keep showing up because it's not about that to me. It's about leaving a positive message for anybody who shows up here on a daily basis to find. And we just continue to show up every day for 2+ hours. So guys, if you are unaware, I don't see anybody who's giving me any likes here on TikTok yet, but there's some people here. I've been live for 1,132 days in a row for 2+ hours every single day. That's 3 Christmases, 3 Easters, my birthday, my kids' birthdays, my wife, for 3 years every day, trying to save this world with a positive message. I know that's impossible. I'm not thinking I could save the world, but I think if people show up on this platform every day, we can separate ourselves from this negativity and we can live in the light for a little while. We can create something and we can forget about all of the lies just for a minute, long enough to have the perspective necessary. So when we look at this thing, this never-ending ball of hate, we could look at it with clear eyes, with fresh perspective. Nobody understands that really. Spirit-filled is here. Spirit-filled, you rock. I saw your message earlier. Spirit-filled is also being held down right now. It's interesting when you see that, where all of a sudden you'll go from, Spirit-filled has I think 6,000 or 7,000 followers, and you'll go from seeing 500, 600, 800 views down to 50, 60 views. And it's like, I've never had more than 200 on any video except for the one Dr. Weasel Fauci video that I dropped. And that one got shut down right at 20,000. It's now like 22,000, but that's 2 months later. It was flying, and they stopped it the moment people were seeing what I posted, where he's like, yeah, NZT, it's safe and effective. And I was just trying to make a point. When I hear those words, it really pisses me the frig off. Like, we're trying to get through this together. Don't use words like that and then expect it's okay when you come out 2 years later after all the people you smeared You don't apologize. You just come out and say, look, we didn't know that you're going to get it and everyone's going to get it. You just won't get really sick. I've seen a lot of people get really sick that are fully bugabooed. So I just don't understand any of the lies anymore. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying that there's no benefits to it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you that the friggin' agenda, the push, and then anybody who has a question at all gets smeared and dropped off the freaking planet. Red flag. Red flag. Oh no, it's okay to smear someone and destroy their career just because they have questions. Oof. God almighty, what year is this? 1938? Joanne, what are we doing? Did we time machine its future Mark back to Germany? Now, people get mad when you make that comparison. I'm not saying that this is leading to, forcing people into a, gas chamber or something like that, like what happened in Germany. But this is a little different. They don't have to force people this time. They're getting in freaking line. Happily, excited. So it's a little different, first of all. Secondly, it's more about what happened leading up to that time, where all of a sudden there was some sort of health crisis. Then they all of a sudden need a health passport. And all of a sudden the Jewish people get a special star. And then you know what happens from there. We're at the beginning part there. Health crisis. Oh, we want everybody to have a card that says that you got it and you're good to go. So you can go into restaurants, you can go and live life. But now we've got a little bit of a conundrum because even those people who have these cards are walking around as the freaking super spreaders. So what do you do then? Well, let's keep pushing that narrative anyway. So I just want to say I love you guys. I want you to make the right decision for you and your family. And that's how we're starting the show today. Let's move to the news stories. What do I have for you? We got a handful of stories today. This one, if you want to check them out, you got to head over to YouTube to really see the full YouTube green screen experience. You know what I mean? Oh, no, this is kind of starting us off now. It's not showing up on the screen properly, but I'll try to read it for you at least. Popular U.S. podcaster Joseph J. Rutherford Rogan apologizes for using racial slurs. Now, I can't freaking read it, but I think we just talked about this enough. He apologized. Good for you doing that, Joe, because it apparently was pretty bad. I didn't see it. I don't even freaking care. I think it's mental. I think that this is all just an intentional smear campaign, and clearly, the guy doesn't have a bad bone in his body. He's a sweet man. He really is a sweet man. I used to watch his show. I haven't seen it in years, but he is a sweet man. He's got a good heart. His conversations are light, and he tries to bring perspective to it. No, he's not a scientist. He's not a doctor, but he had scientists and doctors in there. They're allowed to speak about things. The issue I have is that these other scientists and doctors around the world who have a perspective are being shut down, smeared. And this isn't recent. It's been this way the whole time. Red flag. Science is about having conversation, peer to peer. What are we talking about? What did you see? How are you handling it in Germany? How are you handling it in Czechoslovakia, in India? India is pretty interesting. You should look at India. There's a province in India that's doing something pretty interesting. Anyway, look, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen because when I was a kid, this lady was smeared like no other, okay? This is like original fake news, National Enquirer, mainstream media smearing back in the day because she took over for Princess Di. Camilla will be queen. Did you guys hear about this? Whoa! Elizabeth II uses Platinum Jubilee message to elevate Charles's second wife, Camilla Parker Bowles. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II has used the historic milestone of her Platinum Jubilee to redefine the future of the monarchy, calling for the Duchess of Cornwall to be known as Queen Camilla when Charles becomes king. When Charles married Camilla in 2005, the couple announced she intended to be known as... Okay, there we go. She intended to be known... Where were we? Joanne! Why are you putting pop-ups on during the teleprompter? I'm doing it. You're going to have a pop-up? Losing my spot? No, I don't want to hear a freaking thing. Back there, you doing your wheezing? Right, guys? You hear it. I know. You're all like, I'm trying to hear Mark. But there's a freaking wheezy back there. I get it. When Charles met her, let's see. Okay. When Charles married Camilla in 2005, the couple announced she intended to be known as Princess Consort. Joanne, it's not a corset. I know you look terrible in one with your humongocarditis. I get it. The Queen would be expected to consult her direct heirs, Charles and William, before making such a significant announcement about titles, which suggests they both agreed and felt the British public is ready to accept Camilla as Queen. The 95-year-old monarch laid out her vision for institutions transition in an extraordinary message released as she reached the 70th anniversary of her accession to the throne, Joanne. I would like to express my... Well, I got to try to do this in my best English accent, Joanne. I would like to thank and express my thanks. Now, see, that's not good. That's like more Cockney, Joanne. You're going to do a Cockney accent when you're trying to do... You're doing it. You got a Cockney going instead of the high English. You need a high English accent when you're reading the Queen. I would like to express my thanks to all of your support. I remain eternally grateful. There we go. I remain eternally grateful and humbled by the loyalty and affection that you continue to give me, the Queen said. And when in fullness of time my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support that you have given me. It is my sincere wishes that when the time comes, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort as she continues her own loyal service. It's a hugely significant intervention from the monarch, who is the only person who can define royal titles. Camilla became something of a public... Here we go, guys. Joanne, this is what I was talking about. Smear campaign back in the day. Camilla Parker Bowles. Is that her name? What are we doing? Is it Balls? Bowles? What are we doing, Joanne? Whatever. Diana had blamed Camilla for ruining her marriage, saying in a 1995 television interview, "There were 3 of us in the marriage, so it was a bit crowded." A year later, Charles had also appeared on television and confessed infidelity, but by then he had maintained that he had only been unfaithful once in his marriage, and it had crumbled. This is how we read live here, though. This is Positive public sentiment for the Princess of Wales was only further cemented when she was killed in a Paris car crash in 1997. In intervening years, Camilla retreated to the shadows, supporting Charles quietly from a distance. But as time had gone by, sentiment towards the Duchess of Cornwall had softened, and the Queen's moves to future-proof the monarchy reflects Camilla's no longer viewed as the royal mistress, but a central figure in the firm. That's with Tom Cruise. He's coming back to do the firm English style. Doing it. He's going to be like, "Did you order the code red?" "You're gosh darn right I did." Freaking Nicholson comes out of the blue, and he's doing it, you know? Look, when you get a reenactment of the firm and Nicholson comes out of retirement, you know, I'm just saying, you do it. Joanne, get on it, you know? I sent an email or something. What are you doing back there? You're wheezing. Wheezy. God almighty. You know, did you call for an appointment to see if you can get that wheeze looked at? Right, guys? I know you're trying to hear me and you can't because there's all that wheezy going on back there. Wheezy. Hey, George Soros' daughter. You guys know what happened. I had Maury Povich come by. Yeah, we had a Maury, like, really close exclusive. I had to go behind the scenes. I had to knock out George Soros with a bottle of vodka and brought him to the table. I'm like, "We want to hear you say a few words, that beautiful voice of yours." Bang, biggity boo. Took a hair sample, 23andMe in it. You are the father. When you find out that George Soros is the father of Joanne, and then her voice makes perfect sense. Joanne, stop. We don't want to hear you. Guys, so anyway, on Saturday, Prince Charles and Camilla announced that they were touched and honored by Her Majesty's words, according to a spokesperson. Elizabeth ascended to the throne on February 6th, 1952, following the death of her father, King George is that the 6th? The 4th? I think that's the 6th, at the age of 56. Throughout her reign, Elizabeth has often used landmark moments to reaffirm her devotion to her duties, and did once more in her message on Saturday, despite the fact she is nearing her 96th birthday. "As we mark the anniversary, it gives me pleasure
to renew to you the pledge I gave in 1947 that my life will always be devoted to your service, she said. Oh, the Queen also expressed a sense of hope and optimism for a year ahead before conveying her gratitude to her family for their support and paying tribute to her late husband, the Duke of Edinburgh. And apparently she really wanted to give a special, thanks to the PM who had a friggin' shindig the night of the funeral, Duke of Edinburgh, right? And they're doing it. And they're like, look, we want to ask you something, PM, if that's your name. Are you having parties like the day of Duke of Edinburgh? What are we doing? That's not factual. I'm not having parties at Downing Street. Nailed it. When you're doing it, you're doing it, Look, he was doing it, though. He really was. Guys, the monarch ended her message by restating she looked forward to continuing to serve you with all of my heart. And she Joanne, stop moving the teleprompter. Guys, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to read it. And she keeps scrolling it away. What? No, Joanne, that's fine. You can take a break and just kind of leave it on screen for a little minute. Think we're almost done. Why don't you just scroll it up so we can see that picture of the Queen there, Queenie, right? And then I can just read without having to go, there's a scrolling going on. Teleprompter Joanne, Okay, so anyway, look, guys, she wants to continue to serve with all of her heart. She wants to do it. And she shared her hope for the Jubilee would provide an opportunity for our people to come together after difficulties of recent years. Traditionally, the Queen marks her accession day at the countryside retreat of Sandringham in Norfolk. It's about 100 miles north of London, Joanne. Yeah. It's a chance for her to reflect upon the death of her father away from the glare of the public. In keeping with previous years, no public engagements are expected on Sunday. That's the holy day in royal England, Joanne. You said, Church of England. No, they're not doing a Catholic thing anymore. Henry VIII, you want to have like 90 wives. So you're like, we're starting our own church. And everybody still joins it. They're like, can I have more than one wife now? Like, no, they got rid of that clause. That clause has changed, Joanne. You can't do that anymore. You can't, do a Church of England and then all of a sudden have 2-3 wives anymore. You can't do it. You gotta murder a wife and then you gotta replace the wife. You have beheaded Anne Boleyn. And then all of a sudden you're doing it again, But that's a Church of England thing. You gotta make sure you get in early. You gotta go back and get on the bylaws from the 1740s. And if you do it, you're good. You gotta call, get an attorney on that one, Joanne. You call the attorney and you say you want them to look into it for you and tell them you're a Soros. Nailed it, right? She does a Soros. You're getting it like by tonight. They're giving you everything you need. They're apologizing to you at the same time because they're afraid of your dad. Anyway, look, she welcomed pensioners and representatives. Guys, it's good news. She's 95. She wants Camilla balls to take over the throne, right? We're letting it happen. So, guys, this is crazy what's going on. First of all, I want to say hi to Root. Newt, how are you? And G2BA, thank you so much, my friend. And Cracker Jack, how you doing? Guys, we do this every day. This is a live news read. I grab a bunch of stories. We do an SNL type read. I write songs live in the moment, and we've been doing it for 1,132 days in a row. Please check out what this green screen's doing. Head over to YouTube. My link is right in the bio. And join the family over here. Give us a subscribe because I'm dropping songs from my new album all this week. And in fact, I have to upload one for us tomorrow, guys. One of the songs. The album just came out yesterday. It's called it's not In the Frickin', but it's In the Twilight Zone is the name of the album. Mark Pires In the Twilight Zone. And guys, are we ever? I mean, all I ever do here is speak truth for 3 years straight every day, and that's why it's been very hard for you to ever find me. But please give me a follow since you're here, because if you don't, you may find me again in 2-3 years, and I will have been here every day in between those times. So don't miss all that fun we're having. So what do we have next year, guys? This is a lot of fun. This one right here. Actually, I don't know what the hell it is. Widespread damage feared as Cyclone Batsiari. I didn't get that one right, Joanne. I usually get those like on the first time through. Widespread damage feared as Cyclone Batsiari. I'll go with it. We're going to, what do you, Peter, can we,
You'll accept? Peter says they'll accept it. Cyclone Batsiri hits Madagascar. Now, guys, Madagascar, Ben Stiller is doing it. You know, he's there. He's a friggin' lion. You got to go and find him. Let him know. You be careful. There's a cyclone in the area. Go and tell all the other, you know, the animals in the zoo that you need to hide behind a rock and get into a cave. There's a cyclone coming. So Cyclone Batsiri, nailed it, struck Madagascar's eastern region on Saturday with strong winds and heavy rain, the second storm to hit the island nation in just a few weeks. Batsiri made landfall in Manageri district. That one I killed. 530 kilometers. Joanne, you know how many miles that is? Yeah, 310. Yeah. Super math genius, you know, yeah. I'm sorry, John Nash in it. When you're there at Princeton and you're doing the math, you know, on the window, I also played Gladiator. You know, you're doing it. You know that 530 kilometers is 310 miles, right? Anyway, southeast of the capital, Antananarivo. No? Peter said that's no good. Antananarivo. Is that good? Good. All right. I have to do it a little quicker, he says, if I really wanted to stick. The capital of Antananarivo, amid warnings of widespread damage. I confirmed that Batsiri hit Manageri at about 8 p.m. local time, meteorologists. You got to be freaking kidding me, Joanne. You got to be kidding me. I confirmed that Batsiri hit Manageri at about 8 p.m. local time, meteorologist Lavendraini Ratavaharazo. I freaking nailed that, by the way. Lavendraini Radhavarazo told AFB news agency, but gave no further details. They had a hard enough time writing all of that. Literally, guys, that is a page worth. Lavendraini Radhavarazo. Guys, that's a freaking song. Hold on a minute. Where's my guitar? That's got to be a song, right? I mean, I feel like that's a song. I feel like that's a song right there. I don't know. Ratas, Lavendraini, Ratas, that's totally a song right there. We're getting into it. I don't have my beat sheet. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to get in it. I'm just going to see if this is actually anything here. I do need the beat sheet really to play Ratas. You know, if you want to play Lavendraini and you don't have your beat sheet, you want to play Lavendraini without your beat sheet and get a beat going for it? Lavendraini! Oof. She said, I confirmed that Batsiri was hitting Manageri about 8 p.m. Lavendraini rattles for a hosa. Lavendraini rattle vahareza. Drain the water down the friggin' drain. Right of our hole. I mean, really, we would come up with something better for Lavendraini if we were really gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, I would be like, Lavendraini, right of our hole. Lavendraini. Guys, when you're doing it and you got a Lavendraini in the news, you got to write a song about Lavendraini, you know, like that could be also, Lavendraini is also a love song. When you go into, like, you're down there and you're in Pakistan and you want to get it, you know, you really are trying to get the attention of Lavendraini. You get in there and you're just like, this is so out of tune.
love and trainee. Wrote the fall of a soul.
Oh, I gotta tune this puppy up when we do play. We're gonna play in a few minutes, but let me get through these stories first. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, goodness. Love Undrainy, guys. When you got a love Undrainy, yeah, you're in it. You're in the middle of it. Residents hunkered down before the storm's arrival and winds of more than 200 kilometers per hour. Yeah, exactly. 124. Now you're getting it, Joanne. 124 miles. We're dealing with a little tropical forest, and bore down on the country, still recovering from a deadly tropical storm Anna in late January. The eye of the storm was forecast to cross the center of the island around midnight Sunday, Joanne, before leaving the western shores by Monday. Of course, the winds could reach more than 200 or even 250 kilometers an hour at the point of impact. Do you know how fast that is, Joanne? That's right, 135 to 152. That one it's not on the screen. It would have been nice to have that one, Joanne. You couldn't do the math for me real quick? I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm trying to get the information out. Renaissance Man Show. You're back there not giving me the info. We're 250 kilometers an hour. Madagascar in it. Guys, tell Ben Affleck, he can't even fit in Madagascar with that massive head. I said Ben Stiller. Guys, this was interesting. If any gamers out there, there's a lot of gamers on TikTok. So I'm pulling this story. Also, I used to be into games back in the day. Yeah. Hold on. What are we doing over here? So I used to be into games back in the day way before I started this show. And, when I was a kid, I used to love like Super Mario, all those cool games. But real estate agent, I'd come home at the end of the day, I'd put my feet up and I'd play a game. This is when I was the first a realtor, married young kids. I started this show on December 31st, 2018. I've been live every day since. I've never turned the TV on again for myself. I have no interest in watching the TV. I call it the Negatube. It is the Negatube. I choose to show up here every day and put on what I hope you agree is the most positive show on the planet. And the intention is to get us to distract from the lie, from the division they're trying to seed on each and every one of us. None of it is true. If you search your soul, and even if you look at everything else around you, and then you could say to yourself that there is one man who's shown up every day for 1,132 days without getting paid once, and shows up for 2 hours every day to do this, hoping that I can feel better. I mean, every single one of you can say that. There's a guy who shows up every day, doesn't care what color I am, what I look like, if I'm, what Bausch and Lomb would consider a supermodel, or if I'm some sort of, attraction when I walk out in a different way. This person sends me love every day, proving to me that the lie is real and that there are people out there they don't want you to know about that want to fill you up with love and light. And when you see what's going on with Joe Rogan, you see why. You understand why. That's why I almost take a deep breath now where I'm like, for a while you start asking yourself, you're like, geez, how can you put out so much content? I mean, we're getting close to 2,000 pieces of content since I started this show. Not one of them has gone viral. And I think you guys would agree a lot of them should have gone viral. If not all of them, there's a lot of really funny pieces of content, a lot of great songs. We wrote 169 songs in the last 2 years. Not 2 years. Since January 1st, 2021, I've released 169 songs into this world. They're all on Spotify. They're all about society, and that's why they really wanted to keep those messages from you, because they say things like, help them find the light. We are the sun. Nothing can stop the light. These songs can give us hope. These songs can inspire us to find a greatness within. The one lie that I cannot stand that they continue to not even talk about is the one that makes you feel like you are not special. The one that makes you feel like you have to follow instead of lead. The reality is, within each and every one of us, there is a leader. And it may not be what you think. It may just be in one aspect of life. It could be in one creative field. It could be in some sort of, in finance. It could be taking care of children. It could be horticulture, whatever. There's something you do that mostly anybody would sit around and marvel watching you do it. You know, most people aren't interested in looking within to find this gem that they have hiding. But if you do, when you find it, mountains start to move for you. Not in the manner that people say. You know, I started thinking about like this whole thing about your intention and also about manifestation. And I started thinking to myself, like, no matter how much I try to manifest the crowd to see these messages, the family to join, to start feeling this light and doing something, no matter how much I manifest and I put out love into this universe for that to occur, that could never occur the way this world is run. But what I am doing is I am manifesting an unending tap of creativity. I'm manifesting new song after new song in the moment. We're manifesting new comedy after new comedy in the moment, inspirational moments after inspirational moments in the moment. And that won't stop. God willing, that won't stop. So I can't beat the system. I can't beat big tech. I see now that if I was sitting in the position of Joe Rogan, they would take a sledgehammer to me. They would have destroyed me by now because I've said things much more passionately than Joe Rogan has about these issues. And look at how little he said and what they're trying to do to him right now. This is why I know it. I'm grateful that my journey has been a long one and I've shown up every day. I'm not going to ever quit. I keep showing up. I'm here. I'll be here tomorrow. And when time plus effort equals result, whatever that means, and we do have enough of a family gathering that we can make real change on a daily basis. You know, the intention of this show is to affect a positive change one person at a time. How do we do that? By feeling better when leaving this platform than you did when you arrived. And when you do that, share that message. Tell somebody, you know, that you have something to share, whether it shouldn't be anything that hurts you. A smile is enough. A smile has an energetic value. It costs zero to the currency holder. That's one of my quotes. Every smile generates so much positivity. And if you could learn how to share more of them, you'll start seeing people respond to your energy the way you want them to. This entire life is transference of energy. And think about how angry everybody's been. Think about it. Every time you I'll scroll through TikTok and all I see is, get your vax through. You guys are idiots. Then other sides are like, you know, I don't trust this. And it's just like, it's a war that they've created because they don't want you pointing fingers where you should at the people who released this on the planet. Why are we pointing fingers at each other? We can't control any of this. Whether you got it or you didn't, you're still in the same position right now. You're still getting, spreading, and getting sick. So this shouldn't be about pointing fingers at anybody, except for the people who released it on this planet. And unfortunately, the guy that you guys, or not you guys, but a guy that everybody thinks is like so trustworthy, Dr. Weasel Fraudchi, he's the one who's put us in this position. And he's denying left and right about gain of function, but the papers, the information's there. He approved it, he funded it, and he just wants to say, oh, well, no, we didn't create that strain. So what kind of freaking weaseling out of it is that? When you say, did you do gain of function, you don't say, well, we didn't do that strain. That's freaking bullcrap. You did gain of function. Why are you trying to make things more contagious to human beings? That's the question I've always had. What kind of world are we living in where this a-hole is finding ways to make humans more sick? That's what they do. That's why we have this. And we're pointing fingers at each other instead of fingers at Dr. Weasel Frauci and trying to put him on freaking trial. Oh, he's so trustworthy. This is the same guy who's been the misinformation, by the way. When I say how they call everybody misinformation and I can't figure it out because these people have never changed their perspective. The things I said since day one, I'm still saying now about this. How could I be considered misinformation if I've been saying the same thing since day one? I haven't changed my tune. It's the Dr. Weasel Frauci who comes out every week and says, oh, masks don't work. Oh, we're 2. We're 57. Oh, look, we're going to need to just get 2 1 shot, 2 shot. Now we need a booster. Now we need a bugger booster, 2 bugger boosters. Look, they're thinking about using a 4th bugger booster in Israel. It's working. And the 4th was for the 1 until the 5th. But that's misinformation, is when you keep saying, this is it. This is it. We're going to be able to move back. Oh, guys, this is my favorite piece of misinformation. Oh, guys, if we all just get it, we can all get back to normal. Oh, really? Antarctica. That's the sad thing. And he's profiting. G2BA knows. It's the craziest thing. This guy is like worth $20 million, something like that. Dr. Weasel Frauci, $8 million. Some crazy amount of money. Why is this guy a public servant? Why is he worth $8 million? Because he owns a lot of patents. Thank you. Somebody just followed me over on Getter. Guys, I'm on Getter now. I'm trying to, drop stuff there because apparently it's a little less censorship. So I've been putting a lot of funny stuff up there and a few songs. I'm trying to put some music up there as well. I really don't know how to post. It's so crazy because we're music, comedy, and inspiration. It's like, most people are posting one thing, but I'm always posting different stuff. So I think that may be also a disconnect for someone like TikTok where they want you to do one thing. This is a freaking variety show. How am I supposed to do one thing when this is the Renaissance Man show for a reason. This is everything. Inventor who builds an instrument for people, writes songs live in the moment. I mean, this is literally everything and anything at one. Like, we were supposed to have an interview last night with Verte. We're going to have that in the coming days, but we're doing interviews every night, the news every night, and then writing music like we typically do. But let me get back to this so we can move forward with our night, guys. Rockstar Games. It's been 9 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 launched, and so many have been wondering, is Rockstar Games going to have another frigging game? You know what I mean? So, still earning billions in revenue each year from that title. Would they ever get around to creating another entry? Well, now the company has officially announced on Twitter that the work on the next title is currently underway, but they would not share any more news until they were ready. Here's the announcement.
Many of you have been asking about our new entry to Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project, our goal is always to specifically and significantly move beyond what we previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the new entry of series is underway.
Guys, this is him. I saw the guy who started it all up. What he sounds like.
We look forward to sharing more of this soon, and we were ready as soon as we're ready. So please stay tuned to Rockstar Newswire for official details.
By Menon. They got to throw By Menon in there. The announcement has scored a positive reaction online so far. Of course, it's been 9 years since their last release. Are you kidding me? I was wondering that recently. I talked to my son, and I'm like, what are we doing? He's telling me about this game, about GTA 5, and I'm like, that game's old. I remember I played it back in the day. What are we talking about here? Haven't they come out with a new one? He's like, no, they haven't. That's why. They need to. And then like 2 weeks later, what do they say? They're coming out with a new one. I'm not calling myself Mark Stradamus or anything, but when you see the future. Anyway, guys, study finds that Spotify users have unsubscribed or plan to over Joe Rogan controversy. Sorry to bring us back to this, but I got to read this story. A further 18.5% will cancel their plans if more music is removed, a new study claims. Of course, it's not scrolling, so bottom line is Spotify is getting pressure from all angles because the left wing runs the world. And if you don't bow down to them, they destroy you. Again, words that if I said and we had 1,000, 2,000 people on with us, we would be getting smashed by the left side. Let's move forward. Next story. This one right here baffles my freaking mind as a guy who's been live for 3 years in a row straight every day. Prince Harry under fire for tone-deaf comments about suffering from burnout. Oh, yeah. He's burned out, guys. Real estate agent by day, Renaissance man by night, 3 years in a row, every freaking day, 2+ hours. We did 8 hours and 37 minutes on day 1,000 in a row. He's burned out, Joanne! What are we talking? Let's read the story. Prince Harry is accused of being out of touch and a jerk with a reality after admission that he suffers from burnout. Let's hear what the 37-year-old royal has to say when he peed his diaper. He participated on Thursday in an inner work day with Better Up, a professional and personal development organization where he serves as Chief Impact Officer. Oh, I'm sure he does a great job as Chief Impact Officer at Workday Better Up. What the frig is this chooch doing for Chief Impact Officer job? What is he? Oh, look, I'm going to be Chief Impact Officer. Are you? You're a chooch. Telling people what to say and what to do, be all touchy with your stupid burnout comment. Let's get into it, Joanne. During his appearance, Harry revealed he engages in self-care to help combat burnout. Oh, burnout. You burn out, you chooch. He explained that burnout forces people to look inside of yourself in order to find ways to push back and be successful. However, many on Twitter weren't exactly sold on the idea that Harry can relate to ordinary problems non-royals have, you know. Prince Harry lives in one hell of a hashtag privileged bubble. He gets paid millions at some hashtag woke company and moans about worker burnout. But he is grateful his personal coaches help him see life clearly. He is so out of touch, it's painful, one person tweeted. Prince Harry shares how he engages in self-care. We already read that freaking part, Joanne. Don't put me on a double-decker. I don't need to read it twice. I still haven't figured out what hashtag Prince Harry was getting burned out from. Maybe leaving the royal, family with 2 bags instead of 1. It's so hard to walk with those 2 bags. Freaking broke a nail, didn't you? Tone deaf Harry suffering from burnout is just another example of celebrities thinking their lives are anything like ours. Don't give them a platform, one person said. I cannot listen to any person preach mental health matters when they so publicly shame and humiliate their family in the way Prince Harry and his wife have. I honestly believe he needs professional help before he's taken seriously again. Not a good advocate / frontman for this. So sad, one tweet said. I don't really care about Prince Harry's self-importance or burnout. He should whine to Miss Markle if he's so exhausted, another wrote. Prince Harry is suffering from burnout from doing absolutely nothing, another tweeter wrote. My heart bleeds for Harry. He opened up about burnout. My wife is... this I feel bad. Gotta go back. Hold on. My heart bleeds for Harry. He's opened up about burnout. My wife is disabled, so I do all the housework, etc., whilst working a 50-hour week to pay the bills. My cousin is a parent with dementia and has it much worse than me. Prince Harry is clueless, complaining prick. Oh, and let me go back and do that again, because he's actually going after him. Oh, my heart bleeds for Harry. He's opening up about his burnout. My wife's disabled, so I do all the housework, etc., whilst working a 50-hour week to pay the freaking bills. My cousin has a parent with dementia, so he has it so much worse than me. Prince Harry is a clueless, complaining prick, one person added. Harry and several other stars, including Serena Williams and Paul Gasol. Is that how we say it, Joanne? Paw? Or is it Pole? He has a paw? He has 4 paws, like a dog? Paul Gasol. What is that? Paw. What is he? Where is he from? Is he a canine? Paul Gasol. I'm going to create a new animation, a dog series with a guy named Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol, he's the greatest, cartoon character ever. He's 9'2", and they need, to figure out, they just shoot him from like waist up. That's all they can get them on the screen. Opened up about the work they do to keep themselves balanced and mentally fit to tackle life. Queen Elizabeth's grandson added that while teams can turn to one another for encouragement, fighting burnout via self-care starts at home. And it starts internally, he said, with his stupidest English impression or accent. I now put in about half an hour. Well, I got to do this, I guess, because he's Englishman over here. I now put in about half an hour, 45 minutes in the morning when it's like, okay, one of the kids has gone to school, and I can get my time to myself. The other one's taking a nap, so I can have a break, There's a break in our program Freaking kidding me, this guy. Oh, unless the nurse, the housemaid comes along to take the baby to burp the baby. I would hope that everybody would be able to do that, he added. But the reality is that once your time starts slipping away and once you have other commitments in your day, like getting your nails done, or you need to be able to show up for other people, and like welcome them like I used to do at the Royal Castle, where I'd be like, oh, well, welcome to the Royal Buckingham. Now you're doing it at your house. Oh, welcome to the Markle estate. Yeah, we know you took the name Markle. Harry said that as a husband, a father, and as a business Markle, he knows firsthand how easy it is to slip out of the habit of self-care. And it remains important to keep it in your routine. In addition to being a father and a husband, Harry is working on developing content for Netflix and Spotify and is also writing a memoir that nobody freaking gives a crap about, right? Who the hell's going to read that crap?
Oh, yeah. I was really leading a charmed life. I be Prince.
Yeah, we know we had a prince. He died, short-lived. Shouldn't have taken that freaking propofol or whatever the hell he took. That guy was awesome. You're a crappy prince. He was an awesome prince. Purple rain, right? You can't do that, Prince.
I'm Prince Harry.
You Prince suck. You're trying to do Prince Harry there. I want to hear you sing Purple Rain. Purple rain, purple elbow in the freaking chin. Now all of a sudden you got a purple lip. You should have thought about that before you started trying to sing Purple Rain. You can't sing Purple Rain when you're freaking Prince Harry. Look, Prince representatives for Harry did not immediately return for Fox News requests for comment. They tried to call the Markle estate for more information. They're going to look into it. They're looking into it, guys. We're going to get some more information later. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you so much. Spirit-filled, you're amazing. I'm so happy you're here with me. And guys, when you're doing it, and Prince Harry, are we calling him Prince? Joanne, is it okay if we call him Prince Harriet? Can we go with Prince Harriet? They're doing it, 2022.
Oh, I'm non-binary.
We know it, Harry. We know you're doing a non-binary situation, right? You're there like,
I decided that I'm non-binary.
we go, okay. Well, you're not. What are you then? Are you going Ha? Prince Ha? We got rid of the Harriet and the Harry. You're Prince Ha. That's what people do. They laugh at you when they see you now. Oh, it's Prince Ha. That's right. He's a Prince non-binary Ha. Like, what are we talking about over here? What's that, Joanne? No, I know you think he's a freaking, like a Pat from SNL. I get it. She goes, isn't that Pat from SNL? Yeah, totally. Look, when you're Prince Harry and you walk down the street and people aren't like, oh, Prince. They're like, are you Pat from SNL?
I'm not really sure what I am.
Freaking Pat. Yeah, Prince. You're Prince Pat over there. Good, guys. Like at the end of the day, you have to remember he's still royalty. He's royalty Pat. Guys, this is an interesting one. If you are on Twitter and you've been tweeting like a mofo for a few years and you're like, oh, yay, I got a thumbs up, aroo. You got a thumbs up, aroo. Twitter is rolling out a downvote button. How about that? We've learned Twitter is rolling out a downvote button. Joanne, I just freaking said that. You're going to teleprompter me with a double line? No. You should do the research, not me. I'm here reading real time cold. We don't do the research before. It's what makes it fresh. You want me to read these stories before we do the show? I don't care about them. We're done already. I'm done. I'm not even doing this. No, fine. All right. She's like, no, please. I want to know about the downvote. Freaking Joanne Soros. All right, Joanne, we're doing it. So we've learned about the downvote button amidst a broader test of new functionality. The first for this platform. The initial test for downvote buttons was originally, Joanne, not initially, get it right or don't do it at all. Guys, you do the show, Joanne just throws you the wrong stuff on the screen. It's all her, I think we should really just send her messages, let her know. Don't donate to her GoFundMe. She does not deserve it. Goodness. On the other hand, you guys can support this family, the Renaissance Man Show, on Patreon, patreon.com/Mark Pires. And I do have to say, the family members that do support me over there, thank you. It's not a lot yet, but I'd love more of you too, because most of the, almost, I think it's 91% of your money goes right to the creator, where YouTube takes 68%. And I'm going to start dropping stuff specifically on Patreon. I'm going to actually be going live on Patreon as well for private shows. So joining there is going to be, you're going to get some extra content that nobody else is going to see. So consider it. I think you can do a $5 a month thing, or I'll go all the way up to, there's a few people that are donating pretty healthy amounts because they're awesome. But whatever you do is much appreciated. And just, even if you can't, come over and give us a subscribe. That's enough. Twitter said that new expansion to a larger worldwide user base comes after their initial feedback on the limited test was mostly positive. Yeah, right. Does anybody have anything positive to say about Twitter? Really, Joanne? Joanne was deplatformed last week. Yeah. Because they were like, she went on there. She's like, I had a bugaboo injury. She's like, I've got a humongocarditis. And they ripped her down. They're like, you're misinformazione. I'm like, I'm here. I'm doing it. Microphone. Renaissance Man show. She's stuck back there, behind the desk. Say it again on my Patreon. Let me write it in the screen. It's patreon.com/Mark Pires. So I tried to make it as simple as possible, because Renaissance Man, some people have a hard time spelling that. Even me, when I first changed the name, I was like, how is it again? Is it 2 S's? Yes, there's two. Oh, I freaking spelled it wrong. Hold on a second. Patreon.com/Mark Pires. It's like tires, but with a P, fam and friends. And when you leave the last S off, there's a savings involved. Well, you can't really, but you know what I mean. If there was a double S, then you could leave off the last S for savings. Then you would get a discount. But really, I do appreciate any support that comes this way. This is a passion project. I'll be here the rest of my life, every day for you guys. So any support is very, very much appreciated. So guys, what do you think about this? Twitter doing a thumbs down. Does it matter at all? I think in a way, it's not going to matter. What it's going to do is just going to show the people that hate. You know what I mean? You're just going to see the people that hate the content more. Like right now, you have people retweeting. So the groups of people that are into that message will see it. And then people retweeting it as well and saying how much they hate it and look how idiotic this is. A thumbs down, I don't know if that's going to do anything. We'll see. It's going to be 50-50. You're going to see 5,000 thumbs up and 5,000 thumbs down, because we're such a split society right now. So I don't understand that concept, to be honest. Oh, Ultimate, thank you so much. The idea of splitting everything into like and dislike is the same as hate, and good and evil. It's like, it's such a divisive world, and you just hope that we can get past it, but we don't seem to have the capacity currently to see past the trees, which is kind of crazy to me. The reality is that 30% of our society is wide awake. Wide awake. Like, good example. Let me just open this up so you guys can see. Spirit-filled, wide awake. G2BA69, wide awake. I see Mike Portnoy, and if he's related to the other Portnoy, he's most likely wide awake as well. So there is a group of people on this planet that no matter what you try to hypnotize them with, you can't get through. They've just got a barrier. They're able to see your lies for what they are. And then there's another 30% of the population that is questioning things. They're skeptical. And they're saying, look, I don't believe necessarily what I hear from them, but I also don't, believe what I hear from these people. Let me do some research because I'm really not sure. So they're the ones that are kind of, that's why when the election time comes, those are the ones they're after, is the ones who are kind of unsure. 40% of our world is not only willing, they are hypnotized like that based on fear. And it's some of the people that are hypnotized are the smartest people you know. This is a different type of visualization. This is a street smart. I think this is about street smarts. It's like that kid you knew when you were young that he could go to New York City by himself and come back okay and wind up making $50 somehow. Like he just had a street smarts to him, I had a buddy like that in high school. We got stuck on a train, went to New York City at 14. And he was like, we're good. I was like, what? But he was so confident that we were going to be okay that it gave me some solace. It allowed me to leave a little bit of that fear behind. And we were good. But most people that are out there saying, what are you guys crazy? Why don't you just do this so we can get back to normal? That type of stuff. Those people are freaking gone, man. They are gone. I'm sorry. You can't get back. You cannot get back. Once that Kool-Aid gets in the system and they're just like,
Yay! I need more Kool-Aid. Well, okay, Dr. Rieselfratchi. This week you want me to do that? Okay, that's not an inspiration that you keep changing your mind every day. That's not. No, that's fine.
God all freaking mighty. I'm in the Twilight Zone. That's why I wrote the album. I am in the Twilight Zone. Oh, stands with you first, my friend. Thank you so much. You're awesome. And thank you for the likes and for the follow. You know, when we're in the Twilight Zone and you know it, you know, we joke, we say we're either in the Twilight Zone or we're in the Truman Show. I think it could be a bit of both. Like, I do think we're all Truman. We're all in the Truman Show. There are cameras everywhere that we just don't know about. And we're all part of some crazy freaking world. And there are fans of Spirit Filled. There are fans of the Renaissance Man Show, fans of Bobby Chizzy, of Tom Murphy, of Bradley Smith, all the people that are here with me. Jeffrey Flint. There are people that are fans of Jeffrey's story and Kathleen's story and, you know, and Raven. And the crazy thing is we're here on this, in this timeline. And if most of the time we feel like no one understands or sees anything we're doing because there's so much going on in their own lives. I always think, I'm like, man, I just released a new song yesterday, today, released 2 new songs from the album. And I'm like, hopefully we'll have a nice turnout for the premieres, which we didn't for either of the premieres. I don't think they were good turnouts, but nobody sees the premieres because I don't think YouTube sends them out to anybody. But I'm thinking to myself, man, I hope we have a good premiere for these songs because these songs are freaking fire. I got my cootie shot and 2022, we're coming for you. And I'm listening to these songs. I'm thinking to myself, these are powerful songs that can make a real change. And they just kind of, they sit there for a week or two. And then I put out a new album and then those songs are forgotten. It's crazy. Now, will it always be that way? I don't know. Will we ever get to the point where people who find my show say, you know what? I want to go and hear everything this guy wrote. Oh, I liked that song. I want to hear what else he wrote. And they hear all 169 songs and they're just going one by one saying, that one was freaking amazing. Wait a second. That one was a freaking amazing. Because I can't control it, but we write songs live in the moment. The hooks come live in the moment. We get stuff like,
Whatever I do should be okay with you.
this is coming out of my next album.
Whatever I do should be okay with you.
Listen to that freaking line.
Whatever I do should
I just love this, like, reminds me of a Schwarzenegger. There's a movie called Running Man back in the day, and that has a vibe. There's like he's in the first couple scenes of the movie before they catch him, and it's a little different. It's a steel drum, but it has. Oh man, that thing gets me going. That'll be on next album. But I wrote that live here. We're gonna do some of that tonight, so I hope you guys aren't going anywhere. We are still very early in the show. It's an hour and 15 minutes, and this is a 2 to 3 hour show every day of my life. And give me a follow if you haven't. I want to thank again Stands With Me. Stands with me. He stands with you first, but he's standing with me today, and I thank you. Gave me a follow over here on TikTok. Verte, my brother. Thank you. I got your note earlier, brother. I will send you my Calendly again. Guys, my Calendly is pretty straightforward. Calendly.com/Mark Pires. If anybody wants to be a guest on the show, you want to come on and you want to be on the YouTube platform and talk about a business that you have, you want to talk about a passion of yours, you want to just get down and talk about something you've seen on the show, something you appreciate on the show, go on my Calendly and set up an appointment. If you have any hosts that you are friendly with, you are a mod on a platform that's also here on YouTube, and you want to have them join this program, something I offer is I will write a song for every single person who's on the show. So when Verte comes on, I'm going to write him a song for his Verte Abusta Schumann Resonance Harmonics. I'm writing that freaking song. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but when he comes on the air with me, we're writing it. The other day we did one for Danny Coleman when he was on. So for each interview, I plan to write a song live. We'll see what happens. It may be crap, but I'm going to do that for every guest. And I'm going to quickly do a changeover. So I'm going to flip the screen so you guys can see my OBS. This is what my YouTube channel is broadcasting. I would suggest you just hit the link and go to YouTube so you can see what the green screen's all about. It's really quite solid. You know, I think everybody who knows my show and comes out here to YouTube sees, like, I've learned something in life. You don't do things twice, okay? My very first guitar is in the back. I paid $185 for it, and it's a piece of garbage. And I had to buy my first real guitar was several years later. I bought a Gibson guitar, and that wasn't the one that broke, but my first guitar was a Gibson guitar acoustic, and that was a $1,600 guitar. I remember buying that. And I remember thinking to myself, now, obviously I wouldn't have bought a $1,600 guitar because I didn't even know if I'd like the guitar at first, but I should have bought, there was one I saw that it was all walnut. At least it looked all walnut. It was probably plywood, but it was a walnut plywood. And it was beautiful. Guys, it was like $15 more than I had. Instead of saying, you know what, let me wait till tomorrow, I'll come back with $15, I bought this Washburn guitar, pink back, like it's like a red. It's not sunburst, it's just red. And that was my first guitar. Now, granted, that thing led me to a lot. I created my first 15 songs on that guitar. And once I got my Gibson, it was a wrap. And I wrote a couple hundred songs before we came out here and just started writing live. I played for you guys the other day the song The Truth, which is, the lyrics to The Truth are, we can never have it all. It's hard enough getting what we've made a choice. And now you've got to live for what you've made. No, I forget the lyrics. But it goes, the hook goes, until you wake again, wearing thin through your skin, win, lose, or draw, there's someone keeping score. Down here or up there, it doesn't matter till your dying day. That's why you give it to people the way you want it back. And we talked about this the other day because we talked about how we want to give people the energy that we want to receive back from them. We can't guarantee it's going to happen, but you want to give the energy out to the people that you hope that you will receive in return. So for me, 1,132 days in a row of love going out to you. All I'm hoping is to get love back from each and every one of you. And so together we can connect on that. The most purest of energies we connect on. That is life-changing. That is society-changing. And this is why our challenge as a family, as a community here in Renaissance Man, is to freaking stand on a mountaintop and scream for everybody to come join us. Because this show is not going anywhere. The question is, will it always just be the 25 of us? Or do we want to get 2,500 here? Do you guys want to go for 25,000? Or dare I say, 25 million? I think is a real possibility that we can get enough positive people here that we could change this world. At least enough to have more awake people. Not woke. Awake. Two totally different sets of people. Like I said, I'm pretty certain everybody here that's with me right now on TikTok, and I know everybody here that's here on on YouTube, they're all wide awake. Wide awake. And we're all frustrated. Nobody's sitting on the sidelines saying to themselves, yeah, no, this makes sense. Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, let's go get another one. Let's go get another first series. First series. Guys, my first series Ford Mach-E is still in the shop. I'm going through a process right now to try to get a freaking lemon law thing done with this car. It's a first series lemon. 2021. I don't give a crap because it said 2022. It doesn't not. It's a brand new car, lemon. First series. So, reality is, and the guy even joked, he goes, look, sometimes with these car companies, what they do is they just kind of They just get it out there and then they just hold their breath and hope. And he goes, and they did that in this one. I'm like, yeah, I can tell. Guinea pigging it, just like another situation where you're guinea pigging it. But I'm guinea pigging it as this owner, 5th, 6th time put the car in the shop, and now it's in there for a week and a half. I have to rent a car and hope they reimburse me. You know, the whole thing's under warranty, but it's like, the thing that I don't understand is why we are so short-sighted. We have such a short memory. You know, like I'm not going to get a first series car ever again. Now, granted, this is a car I already bought. And so now, Lemon Law, the guy said, you're not going to be able to get out of Ford. I'm not getting any other Ford. I only liked the Mach-E because it's an electric car and it was cool. They apparently don't have these issues. I got one that was from the beginning. It was just sitting there. I didn't know this. If I get one that's built now, I should have no problems. That being said, they had that year to test it and see what was wrong and then fix things. That's great. I just wish that they did that with other things that you can't talk about. So let me play you guys something here, guys. We have this album. I'm so excited about this album I just released, okay? It's in the Twilight Zone. In fact, maybe I should start with In the Twilight Zone so you guys... You know what? No, I'm starting with 2020. I'm coming for you because this was what I released today. If you can, go over to YouTube, give me a follow, give me a subscribe, and listen to this song. Share it with some people. This one right here is special. Well, I think they all are, but I'm just very, very proud of the work we do here. Live songwriting, the moment taking place. There is no script. There is no lyrics. There is no music until there is for all of it. The lyrics are at the bottom of the screen, so if you head over to YouTube, you're going to be able to read along. Here we go. Oh, good. I'm going to have to do a little reset here on my audio properties. Give me a sec. Here we go. All right, so this is called 2022. We're coming for you. Let me flip the screen so you guys can see.
Got my reservations too. Take a moment, find yourself in the dark. Find yourself in the bright light before you know it. Time, if you wanted to pass you by, or get up and go right now, and make your way into the night with fire coming out of your heart, of your soul. I swear you can find yourself if you go into this new year with me. Oh, 2022 will see you. We're coming. I'm flying through it all in 2022. How we lived through all the lies, all the deception for me and you. They want to just going down rabbit holes, never understanding that we're here to come together. Now it's all a card game, yeah. Couple guys above, they're playing with our souls. There's a pot, yeah. Who's gonna win the lot? I don't know if I can hang it anymore, 'cause people ain't using their minds, no. They're listening to all the cooler talk, yeah. I don't know if I can make it through it if I don't express myself here every night, every day. Renaissance man way. Let it all out into the world. Let it out to the world. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. You got to let out. It's 2022. We're coming for you. Can't say it. Oh, got a smile on our faces. We're not looking back nowhere. This is the place we want to be. It's all in the light. Opportunities. So let's come together. Let's come together. Oh, oh, oh. 2022. We're coming for you.
Trying to get the camera fixed. There we go. So we're back. I usually put my radio backdrop here on the green screen. Let me see if I can drop that in for us real quick. It just looks better. So at least you see a green screen action going on here instead of, just the green screen. If you head over to YouTube, you're going to really be happy because then you get the real deal. But this is my backdrop on YouTube. So fam and friends, I think it'll be a good time for us to play a few songs. I gotta sit still or this thing makes noise. Best part about heading over to YouTube, guys, is it's a light show. Oh, yeah.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit. Okay, so here's my essay, and I'm going to click through Grammarly suggestions.
It's a light show. You're going to want to head over to see it. So, what shall we play? We talked about making a truckers song. Could someone give me some info about that? Over there, like in Ottawa, right? My finger's still killing me here. thought for sure it would be better by now. You know, you get like in cold weather, you get these cracks in your finger. I got one right here, which is like right where you're always pulling on strings and putting pressure down. It hurt really bad till today, and I thought it would be good, but it's a little off. Oh, I talked about playing you guys a song. I gotta play it for you. This song, guys, is probably one of the most beautiful songs I ever wrote. I wrote it on September 21st, 1999. And I don't think I have played it many times here. And I don't see it showing up here. So I'm going to go off of memory. Because I don't see it showing up. Nope, that's not it. I'm just pulling up the wrong things here. Okay. I'll play it what I remember. It's called The Best for You and Me. I gotta get rid of something here. All right, that's the spot. Here we go. It's really an acoustic song, so it's going to be a little weird on the electric. Sometimes I need a little too. I don't remember how it starts. Sometimes I need to be alone. I don't remember how the song goes. I'm drawing a blank. It's been way too long since I played it. So we walk on down the road, holding hands, philosophize with God, and I will soar in the clouds tonight, and I'll spread my wings, open up and fly away. And I know I'm gonna miss this place when it's gone, and we're standing right here. And I wish we were thinking about all the people walking by me and you. If we start, we get changed and get the best for you and me. For you and me. For you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. That's like the second verse. I can't remember the whole thing goes. So we walk on down the road. It's a lot of cool stuff, but I can't remember it all. How about this one? And at night, the cool air feels right to me, and I thank the Lord, and I pray for more. And if the time comes when we all judge ourselves, my Lord, just let me know, and I'll be there for you. Oh, and I know that the man can get you down sometimes, and I don't know if we can be free.
the most. For sure, you love the ones you miss the most. We'll get the best, just you and me. For you and me.
So I wrote that in 99. It's crazy. Crazy to write something that long ago. And I don't remember the lyrics, obviously, because if I did, I'd play it all. But those are the two sets that I do remember. There's 3 or 4 chords, so choruses and verses. One of these days, I'll locate the lyrics and play it for you. There's a song that's been in my head lately. I gotta sing it for you. It's not mine. It's not mine, but this is a song I heard recently, and I was like, yeah, I gotta do that one. Oh, let's see. Freak is that? Bye, gentlemen. Make sure everything's still on the screen. Yeah, we're still dealing with something here. This one right here is a song by a guy named Solomon Burke. I have to play this through twice because I don't remember. I heard it in my head. I played it once, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago.
When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on phone, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Well, I feel it when you're alone and you're nothing. Smell of her perfume. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Oh, you feel like crying, crying, baby. Cry to me. Whoa. Nothing said. Let a glass of wine. Oh, loneliness is such a waste of time. Oh, you don't ever know, you don't ever have to fall alone. Oh, so you take my hand, yeah.
So, as soon as you start realizing it's a little warm when you're playing. So you gotta put that. Oh, thank you so much, G2. Oh, I gotta let you know something about Trudeau. Trudeau is Liam Neeson. I'm convinced it's the son of Liam Neeson. My fellow Canadians, we have a very special set of skills. We're going to take down the enemy. My daughter, I'm like, freaking A, Trudeau is Liam Neeson? We're going to handle coronavirus. We have to do it as a nation, as Canadians. I'm Justin Trudeau, also known as Liam Neeson. I have a special set of skills. Do you? Do you? I think what you have is the ability to destroy a world. All of you idiots who are saying you're following some personal science. Ooh, I never played this song before. We should do this in honor of the fact that this guy's a chooch for trying to censor. As a musician, you should never try to censor, ever. You don't censor people because you don't like... First of all, you should have listened and figured out what was going on. Whatever. I wanna live, I wanna give. Alright, let's see how it goes. It's these expressions I'll never give. It's got me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Okay, I think that's how it goes. Sort of, right? Expressions I never give. It's got me searching for a heart of gold. I'm getting too old. That's not how it goes. It got me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting. Keep searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. That's what it is, something like that. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I rose the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line. You keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting too old.
searching for a heart of gold. Yeah, yeah. And I'm getting you old. Got me searching for a heart of gold. I'm getting too old. That's terrible, I know. I don't know how to play it. I'm just trying because I think he's, shouldn't have done what he did. Now he started all this crazy crap. Let's see what else there is here that I can randomly play. We're doing cover night, I guess. Who knew? Blue suede shoes. Hanging on with a hound dog. I know the time. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Yeah. Come on, we gotta have something more than that. I don't know many songs, so when I see these, I'm like, Have you ever seen the rain? Ooh, Unchained Melody. Really? Ooh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch, my love. And time roll by so slowly, and I can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. That's how it goes. Need your love. Darling, speed your love to me. Yeah. Lonely rivers flow gently to the sea. I don't know how it goes. I go off of memory on all these things. I haven't heard that song since I was like 7. Now this one I used to play. This one's a cool tune. I used to play this one a lot. There's a video somewhere online of me playing at CBGB's the last week or two they were open, playing this song. Well, I hear that train rolling, rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when I'm looking for some prison. It's where I want to stay. And then people keep moving on down the sand and dune. Well, when I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot men in Reno just to watch him die. And then people keep moving on down the San Antone. rich folks eating in fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. And I know right it coming. I know it can't be free. And them people keep moving on down the San Antone. Right. Son, always be good boy. Don't ever play with guns, but I shot a man in Reno just to wash him tight. And then people keep moving on down the San Antone. Little Johnny Cash, you do it. Yeah. You did it, you did. That's what you're doing with the Johnny Cash. You got it? Good. There was a song I couldn't play last time. I just couldn't remember how I used to play it. We're going to try it and see if we can remember. We're going to see if I can remember. So this song, great tune. Denise Budnick asked me to play this way back. And the thing is, I wanted to. I did it. And then I haven't played it in a while, so I forgot how it goes. Version. That's why I need to find that first. I'm hearing it a little in my head right now. I know I had it. This is the one I know I pulled this up from this platform. It looks like they took it down for copyright reasons. Bunch of jerkaroos, right, guys?
chords don't mean anything. It's just because I'm looking at it, I'm seeing these chord changes, but they're not even real. Like, what the freak is a chord change garbage over here? It's that the whole time. Let's see if I can do it. I gotta do this over because I haven't played this in a while. I'm just remembering it as we go. I'm also gonna take it down a level. Let's do it vibe down. Ready? Check this out. What else should I be? It's not that. Try that and see if it works. What else should I be? All apologies. What else should I say? Everyone is gay. What else should I write? I don't have the right. What else should I be? All apologies. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, and the sun, married. I was like you, easily amused. I find my nest of souls. Everything's my fault. I'll take all the blame. Awkward seafoam shame. Sunburn left to burn. Choking on the ashes of a rat name. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, Mary, Mary, Mary. Mary, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it from the beginning. It's got to be like a muted vibe, you know what I mean? It's a muted vibe. It's not that you're doing it thing, you know what I mean? So just quickly from that top, trying to run it through quick.
What else should I be? All apologies. What else should I say? Everyone is gay. What else should I write? I don't have the right. What else should I be? All apologies. In the sun, I feel it right in the sun, in the rose sun. I say Mary, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish I was like you, easily amused. Find my nest of soul. Everything's my fault. I'll take all the blame. Awkward scene for shame. Sunburn is freezing burn. Choking on the ashes of a runaway. In the sun, I feel it rising. In the sun, and the sun, Mary, 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 oh, I'm married, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is all we are. All in all, it's all we are. All in all is all we are. All in all is all we all in all is all we are. I haven't played that song in a long time. So funny. So guys, how's everybody doing out there? We're just here kicking it. Day 1,132 in a row, 2 hours, 9 minutes in. Thank you, Coliseum. A little bit more of a laid back. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's interesting. 2022 coming for you. But what's interesting to me is that we already used this and it played and now it's not. I wonder what happens. That's weird. Let's see what happens. Wow, both of these things. There's something really odd going on with OBS lately. I hope that it's going to fix itself because
It's twice in a row now. Like all of my, I could put all these little things on the bottom, support the show and subscribe, disappeared now 2 days in a row. And then, I don't know, it's like weird stuff going on with the OBS system. Hopefully it works itself out. Oh, goodness, guys. So remember, tomorrow, this is happening all over again. A little Sunday night action, we did. And I'll have some more news stories for you, so make sure you don't miss the Renaissance Man news every day of the year. And it's a comedic look at the news, as you know. We do it. I'm trying to get people to, stop with the negativity, start laughing a little more. Oh, goodness. My friend G2BA, please do me a favor and head over to YouTube. Give me a follow over there. Subscribe to the show. We're going to be putting out a song tomorrow during the day. And I'll have clips on TikTok and on YouTube tomorrow. Guys, do me a favor. Check out the shorts. I've been dropping lots of crazy shorts. The last one, I want to play you quickly. Hold on. You have to see this because this is a part of the video that we just dropped yesterday. But you need to you're going to hear this on TikTok, but you guys need to see this on YouTube. This is just crazy stuff right here. Basically, bottom line is this. Today I dropped, I think, only one short, and it was this one. Actually, I dropped something.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Joe Rogan may be the most popular broadcast.
All right, easy does it, buddy. So this one right here, check this out. I need you to see this because it's madness. And I need you guys to hear it on TikTok because it's madness. It's on TikTok. You're going to be able to see it. It's my last post, I think. Check this out. I just gave you the link. That's it right there. I'm going to pop this on the screen quickly so you can see it. I'm going to watch it with you. I'll throw it into one of the news story areas. Here we go. Check this out. No music? When's your new YouTube? Okay, here we go. That's Lumpyhead. That's the way he works. He's used to being a daredevil. Lumpyhead, when's your new YouTube video coming out where you just kind of do stupid stuff and bang your head to get even more mongoloidish? Mongoloid. I don't think that works. I can't do it. Tell him, Frippin. I got a mongoloid over here. What are we talking about? You do Renaissance Man show coming down with a mongoloid? I was here at Ukraine border. I was supposed to get just a straight up conversation here with Igor. Maybe a little something with Stitch. You had to throw a Mongo in? I'm cutting that off. Why is that still playing? Oh, come on. I can't. That stinks. I'm going to get hit with a copyright thing because of that. 10 seconds of that stupid song. Yeah. Anyway, that is the bit right there, guys. Go give that a like, a follow, and a comment. The more comments you leave on my shorts, the more sharing and likes you give, the more chance we're going to get other people to see the content. So do me a favor. You're a family member of the show. Whenever you see anything, leave a quick comment. It could be a thumbs up. It could be a, hey, Mark, anything. Bradley's great at that. I'm always getting great messages. Bradley, I love you. Thank you so much. Pamela's great at that. Every day I get messages from Pamela and I get messages from Bradley saying, hey, Mark, love you, man. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the show. It means so much when I see that, and you guys know who does that. Keith does. I mean, there's lots of people out there that do that. The more of those we get, the better our chances that we will reach new people. So continue to spread the word. I saw one of my little Ukraine bits hit over 1,000 people on a short, but the others didn't. So I changed all the names to be like part 1, part 2, part 3, but the same title. So hopefully they hit tonight. We'll see. But those are the bits. I think they should all be going viral. But they're pretty funny. They're on TikTok as well. I hope you guys will go and check out my last 3. I mean, honestly, all I put on TikTok is funny stuff, but nobody ever gets to see it. So if you do see it, please leave me a comment and a like over there. Because if you like, share, and comment on TikTok, that also helps get new people to see our content. So I appreciate it if you help us do that. I will be here every day this year, and I intend to be here every day that this heart of mine is beating in order to bring a positive message to you. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. If you haven't yet, give me a follow, because I will be back every day, and we do this every day. It's the same vibe. Bradley just sent me a message. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's my brother right there. He went in and found one of the clips, and he left us a message. Guys, I'm going to be uploading a song from the album, one of the songs. I'm thinking it's going to be Steamroller. So tomorrow, there's a good chance at about 3 o'clock, you're going to see a premiere on the channel for Steamroller, or one of the, maybe Back to the Future. Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is another song. It's the name of the album too, but whatever, tomorrow we're going to have one of the songs from the album premiering. So see if you can follow me, subscribe over on the YouTube channel so you can make sure you don't miss those premieres. We drop a piece of content every day on YouTube, and we go live every day for 2+ hours. It's a much better experience to see it on YouTube, but I'm so pumped you're here, at least on TikTok. So remember, fam, this is one of my songs. It's on Spotify and on iTunes, 169 songs from the last year. And I appreciate anybody who is considering supporting the show on Patreon, patreon.com/markpires. And that's a way to support this program monthly and keep this guy here. And, it may help pick up some new equipment here and there, lights. And I'm going to need new wires for that guitar. If you haven't been able to tell, it's like every single time I move it. So I'm going to have to pick up a new wire for that. It's a special 12-pin wire for my guitar synthesizer. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Remember, tomorrow we do it all over again. So until then, I want to say G2BA, my friend, I appreciate you. Michael McDonald, I appreciate you. Mike Portnoy, if you guys are still here with me, love you guys. Thank you so much for kicking it with me tonight. And remember, this is a daily variety show every day, so spread the word. Let people know that we're here, and I'm not giving up on this world, so I hope you won't give up on me. And just get ready for another crazy action-packed show tomorrow, because we're doing it, What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne. God almighty. She wants me to throw in the GoFundMe real quick before she goes and before I go for the night. Joanne has a heart problem. She went and got too many bugaboos. She has a humongocarditis. It started as gigantocarditis. It went to humongocarditis. So if you can support her on GoFundMe.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man Show's massively ridiculous heart that needs to be excised and replaced with a whale heart immediately by Menon. And if you do that, she's winning. Guys, I appreciate you. Tomorrow, we do it again. Bernhard, my friend. Bobby Shizzy, so good to see you. Bradley Smith. Brittany, so good to see you. Jeffrey, you rock, brother. I think that's 4 or 5 days in a row my brother Jeffrey's been here. And Pamela Swan, you are amazing. Thank you for coming back every day and supporting this program, and for being here for most of the songs that have been released in the last year plus. So guys, check your stuff out on Spotify, everywhere else, and at markpires.com, where you can get a signed CD. If you're into signed CDs, I actually print CDs. I have the best printer money can buy, because nobody freaking does CDs anymore. Look how awesome that quality is. Yeah, beautiful. So I print these suckers out. This is a double-decker situation. Look at this. Double-decker, yeah. You can order one at markpires.com. All of the 12 albums. The 13th album will be up when I put it up. It may be up already, but I don't think so. I have to put it up. And until tomorrow, fam and friends, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go away. Yeah. You got to go away. Said you got to go away. Till tomorrow, fam.